Welcome students. We're discussing this chapter set and we already completed up to operation on set. So the operations on set are, just recall them. So first is union of sets, that is A union B. That means elements X such that X is in A or X is in B. Next is intersection of sets, that is A intersection B. X is in A and X is in B. The common elements between A and B. And if A intersection B is phi, that time we will call it disjoint set. Next is difference between sets, that is A minus B. That means elements X such that X is in A but not in B. And whenever we are using B minus A, X is in B but not in A. So these are the representation of operation on sets and their notation. Now we will use this one to show this law of algebra of sets. Now what is law of algebra of sets? Now for real number, we know there is a commutative property, associative property, distributive property. So here also some algebra of sets are present. On this operation, we will apply this algebra. So first one is idempotent law, that is whenever you are taking union or intersection with the same set. That is A union A is given by A and A intersection A is also given by A. Now you can prove this one by the definition also, mathematical expression also, or by the Venn diagram also. It is very easy and here nothing to show. You already know that by the definition, that whenever you are taking union or intersection with the same set, it will give you the same set again. Now, next one is a commutative law. What is commutative law? A union B is same as B union A. That means if you change their position, it will not affect the operation. Same as intersection, that is A intersection B is B intersection A. Next is associative property. First take union, that is B union C, and then take union with A. Three sets are given. First take the union, that is B union C, and then take union with A. It is same as you first take the union of A and B and then take union with C. And same thing happened for intersection, that is A intersection. Firstly take intersection B intersection C and then take intersection with A. Or you can take first A intersection B then intersection with C. In these two cases, they are same. Next is distributive law. That is A union B intersection C. Whenever you are taking union with this intersection, that is B intersection C, we can represent this one as A union B intersection A union C. And just change the operation. In the place of union, just write intersection, and in the place of intersection, just write union. So A intersection B union C is A intersection B union with A intersection C. And last is identity law, that is whenever you are taking union with the universal set of any set, it will give you the universal set, and if you are taking intersection, it will give you the subset only, that is A intersection the universal set U is equal to A. And if you are taking union with phi, that will give you A, and if you take intersection with phi, that will give you phi. You can easily show this idempotent property, identity property, and commutative law by the Venn diagram also, by mathematical expression also. It is very easy to show. So we are not proving these 3 points, we are proving just associative law and the distributive law. So let's start with associative law. So we will prove this associative law in these 2 cases by Venn diagram also and by the mathematical expression also. Okay, so first take this one, that is A union B union with C. So take A then C, then B. Here I'm taking this set is A, this is B, and this is C, and this is universal set U. So firstly you need to take B union C. So take it. This is your B union C. Now take union with A. That means we need to add this portion also. So add it. So the total shaded portion is A union, B union with C. Now let's check this right hand side. Take the set A, B, C and take this universal set U. So firstly take A union B. This is A union B. Now take union with C. So that means you need to add this portion also. So added them. Now look at that shaded portion in both the cases. They represent the same portion. That means they are equal. Now let's prove it by the mathematical expression. This LHS equal to RHS. First, for proving this type of things, what you have to do, firstly you have to take element in LHS, then you have to show it is present in RHS, and then you need to take element in RHS and then you need to show it is present in LHS. So if you can show that if any element present in LHS, it is present also RHS, and the previous part also, that time you can say these two sets are equal. Just by the one part you can't say that this is equal. That means for the first part it is the subset of it, and for the second part the RHS is a subset of LHS, and this both cases are happened, that time it is equal. So let's check this mathematical expression. So I'm taking this X is present in A union B union C. So just remove this union with or, that means X in A or X in B union C. Again remove this union B union C with or again. So X in A or X in B or X in C. So in between this X belongs to A, X belongs to B, X belongs to C, or is present. So just change the pair. So I'm taking the pair with A and B, that is X belongs to A or X belongs to B, and then or X belongs to C. Now remove this or with union. So X present in A union B or X in C. Again this or, remove this or by the sign. So you can write that X in A union B union with C. So LHS equal to RHS. We prove that. LHS, if any element we can take in LHS portion, so it will be present in RHS portion. So let's solve this next part. Here I'm taking the element X is present in A union B union with C. Okay, so X in A union B or X in C. Again remove this A union B with X in A or X in B or X in C. So X belongs to A or belongs to B or belongs to C. So we can change the pair. So X in A or take this pair X in B or X in C. Now remove this or by union, that is X in B union C, and remain this X in A. Now remove this or by union. So X present in or X belongs to A union, then B union C. So now look at that. We prove that if X is belongs to RHS, then it is belongs to LHS. Okay. So if these two cases happen, then we can say that this LHS is equal to RHS. So we proved it by the Venn diagram also and by the mathematical expression also. Now in this place X, you can take another element Y also, but here I am taking the same element since they are equal. So I'm using the same expression. Since x is a variable, so we can use it. And if you think that you're facing a problem, so you can use another element also. Next is the second law, that is this intersection one. So take the sets A, B, C. So this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is the universal set U. Now take first B intersection C. This is the portion. Now look at that A intersection this portion. Means the common element between A and B intersection C. Only this portion. Right? Only the common portion is this. By the diagram you easily say that. Now, so this shaded portion is A intersection B intersection C. Now let's check this RHS. Take the sets A, B, C. Now this is U. Now take A intersection B. This portion. Now take intersection with C. This portion. Now look into this both cases. They are representing the same shaded portion. That means they are equal. Now let's prove it mathematically. Same process. We need to take element in LHS. Then we have to show it is present in RHS. Next, we need to take any element in RHS. And then we have to show it is present in LHS. So let's take X belongs to A intersection B intersection C. So first remove this intersection with AND. That is X in A and X in B intersection C. Again remove this B intersection C with the definition, that is X in A and X in B and X in C. And then change the pair. Take a pair of A and B, that is X in A and X in B, then and X in C. So now remove this AND with intersection, that is X present in A intersection B and X in C. Again remove this AND with the sign, that is A intersection B intersection with C. So we prove that any element belongs to LHS, it belongs to RHS also. Now let's check the second part, that is X belongs to RHS. That means X belongs to A intersection B and X belongs to C. Now remove this intersection by definition, that is X in A and X in B and X in C. Now change the pair, that is X in A and the pair X is in B and X in present in C. So X belongs to A and X belongs to B intersection C. Just remove this AND with the sign, and now remove this AND with the sign. So X present in A intersection B intersection C. Now since X is a variable, in the both cases I am taking X, since X is a variable. Now if you find any difficulty, you can replace this X by Y also, as you wish. You can take any variable. So since we prove this both cases, so hence we can say that RHS is equal to LHS. Clear? So we proved it by the diagram also and by the mathematical expression also. They are same. Now let's talk about this distributive law. So first distributive law is given by A union B intersection C is A union B intersection with A union C. So first case, first LHS. Let's check the LHS. This is U. And let's take this ABC. And this is U. Now take B intersection C. This portion. Now take union with A. That means we have to add all the portion of A. So add with A. So this is your LHS. Now let's check the RHS. Take A, B and C. So what is A union B? This portion is A union B. What is A union C? This portion is A union C. Now you need to take the common portion. So look at that. This is A union B and this is A union C. So the common portion is this portion only. Okay. You can shade them and the common shaded portion will be this intersection part. Just choose two types of shade and this common shaded portion will be the intersection part. So we proved it by Venn diagram, that is they are equal. Now let's prove it by the mathematical expression. So I'm taking here X is present in A union B intersection C. So in this LHS portion. So X is in A or X is in B intersection C. Now if it is present in B intersection C, that means X belongs to B and X belongs to C. Now look at that. X is present in A or B or C. Right. Now remove this 2 or by union, that is X is present in A union B and X is present in A union C. Now again remove this and with intersection. So you will find this is nothing but RHS. Now let's take in a similar manner X is present in RHS. So that means X belongs to A union B and since intersection is there and X belongs to A union C. Now remove this union with or. So X belongs to A or X belongs to B and X belongs to A or X belongs to C. Now in these two cases X present in A also and then or B or C. So take this X belongs to A in one side and take them another side, that is X belongs to B and X belongs to C. Now remove this and with intersection, that is X is present in B intersection C. Now X is present in A, X belongs to A or X belongs to B in intersection C. So remove this or again, that is X present in A union B intersection C. So this is LHS. So we proved both the cases. So hence we can say that LHS equal to RHS. So we proved the distributive law, first distributive law, with the help of Venn diagram also and with the help of mathematical expression also. Now let's take this second part, that is this law. So A intersection B union C. So take A, B and C. A, B and C. And this is the set U, universal set. So first take B union C. This is B union C. And now take intersection with A. Now that check the common portion between A and the shaded portion. This portion only, right? So A intersection B union C is just represented by this portion. Now let's check the right hand side. Take this set ABC and the universal set ABC, and this is universal set. So A intersection B is this portion, A intersection C is this portion. Now take their union, this portion, and look at that, they are same, right? Both the shaded portion are representing the same set. So by Venn diagram we proved it, this distributive law. Now let's prove it by mathematical expression also. So I'm taking the element X present in A intersection B union C, right? So remove this intersection with and, that is X present, X belongs to A and X belongs to B union C. Now remove this union with or. So X in A and X in B or C. So X in A and B or X in A and C. Now again remove this and with intersection and then or with union. Okay. So X is present in RHS. Now let's take X is present in RHS. That means X belongs to A intersection B or A intersection C. Again, remove this intersection with AND. That is, X belongs to A and X belongs to B, or X belongs to A and X belongs to C. So in both cases, X belongs to A is present. So X belongs to A and X belongs to B or C. So remove this OR by union, B union C, and then remove this AND with intersection, that is A intersection B union C. This is your LHS. So we can say that RHS is equal to LHS. Clear? So by the Venn diagram also and by the mathematical expression also, we proved it that distributive law holds for the operation on sets. Clear? So we will solve this type of problems, more problems in our next classes. Till then, practice it, understand the Venn diagram, its mathematical expression and this algebra of sets. And if any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Thank you.